Today we're working on a Farmhouse Inspired Valentine banner. If you are new to my channel, my name is Linda and I love to feature all sorts of DIY home decor and craft projects. So go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any projects from my channel. Now let's get started. So what we're going to do here is make our banner shape, and I'm just cutting this paper down at 6.5 inches. And then we're going to turn it horizontal, fold it in half, and then on the fold I'm going to mark it about 2 inches. And from that mark I'm going to cut down to the points of the paper, and then this is going to give us our banner shape. And for a heart shape, these are chipboard hearts I've found at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the larger side of the heart to draw. And I can certainly on the fold, draw it on the fold. I can certainly draw this freehand, but I love the curvature of this part of the heart. So I've got my heart here, I'm checking the fit, and I think I want it a little bit smaller, mostly on the curved part, so I'm going to bring that down quite a bit here. Check it again, and I think that's going to be perfect. So what we're going to use here, this is some muslin from Walmart. We're going to cut 5 banners. Make sure your fabric is folded in half, because we're going to end up with 2 pieces of fabric per banner. Okay, so you're going to have 10 pieces here, 2 per banner, like I said. And for our heart, we're going to use this like cotton batting. It's a cream color, again from Walmart. On our Walmart, it's stored right with the muslin. And you're going to again make sure your fabric is doubled up. You're going to cut your hearts. You're going to have 2 hearts, pieces of fabric per heart, so 10 pieces total. Now we're going to put our 2 muslin pieces per banner together. You can either do hot glue like I'm demonstrating here, or use this Fabri-Tac glue. It's a permanent fabric adhesive. And you can find this Fabri-Tac glue at Walmart or your major craft stores. I'm certain you can go online, probably find it at Amazon, or you can do what I'm doing here and use your sewing machine if you like to sew. What I'm going to do is make a flap on the back side. This is where my twine is going to go through later, and I'm just going to sew along the edge there, that raw edge, and it'll leave a little opening to feed the twine through. And I'll show you later what you're going to do. I like to make mine kind of assembly line, so I just sew all my pieces, do all my hearts. So later we'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do if you're going to glue by hand, how to feed your twine through. So this is a doll needle. I like it because of the large opening, and you can find packages of these at Walmart in the sewing section. And this string we're using is like a crochet thread. What I'm going to do first, either with your Fabri-Tac glue like I'm doing here, or with hot glue, just add a little bit right in the center. Don't do it along the edges, and we're just adding a little glue to hold our 2 fabric pieces together for our heart. And we're going to do like a cute little hand stitch on this. So you're going to make sure you knot one end of your thread, and you're going to put your needle through the fabric, both pieces, and pull it all the way through till you get to the end of your knot. Now this is for beginner sewers. So there's your knot on the back side. So on the front side, we're going to go ahead about a 1/2 inch apart, feed our needle from the front to the back and pull it all the way through. 1/2 inch apart, we're going to feed our needle from the back to the front, all the way through. Again, 1/2 inch apart, needle from the front to the back, all the way through. One more time, about a 1/2 inch, back to the front, all the way through. And you're going to continue this process all the way around. And those of you that know how to sew, carry on. I'm going to speed up here just a little bit. But I'm going to show kind of this entire process in case you know there are some beginners out there. Or those of you that don't really know how to sew or like to sew, but maybe you don't like to sew, maybe you want to kind of do this stitch. And of course you don't have to do this at all. You can just glue the 2 heart pieces together all the way around to the edge if you want, and then just leave it like that. It'll still be just as cute. But I love to have a little bit of texture on my project, so I thought this would add a nice, easy, quick way to add a little more texture and gives it a little bit more decor to the project as well. I'm going to bring this needle all the way down till I get to the end, and my last stitch is going to join up with that first stitch I made on the front, right at the bottom of that first stitch. Pull it through to the back, and then you're going to put your needle through one layer of the fabric, and then through your thread and just tie a little knot and then cut off the excess. And you're going to do this on all 5 of your hearts if you want. My muslin is a little bit wrinkly here, so I'm going to remind you right now to make sure you iron all your pieces, make them nice and smooth. Here comes the pretty piece. There you go. Now I chose not to sew the heart to the banner because I wanted the backside to look all nice and smooth here, so it's pretty. So with your hot glue or your Fabri-Tac glue, you can go ahead now and glue your heart pieces to the banners. So coming up here, we're going to come back to my previous subject. We're going to talk about getting your twine through if you are hot gluing your pieces together. Once you glue around all the edges, see how I made my flap when I sewed it, left an opening for the twine. If you're hot gluing, you can do one banner at a time. You're going to fold over your back piece, put your twine in, and you're just going to hot glue right along that edge, but make sure, as you see here, that your twine still moves in the opening of the space. If you did assembly line like I did and you sewed your flaps down, got everything ready, go ahead and tie a little knot in your twine and put a safety pin through, and then you're just going to feed your safety pin through the opening of that flap, and you're going to do that on all 5 pieces to get your banners on the twine. So whichever way works for you. I'm going to get it through my last banner piece here, kind of skipped ahead for you so you didn't have to watch it. And then of course take your safety pin out and you're ready to go. Now we're going to make a little loop on each end of your twine, and this twine, I don't think I mentioned, I made mine about 54 inches long. So we make a little loop on each side so we'll be able to hang our banner. Okay, and then I'm going to adjust all my banner pieces on my twine so they're evenly spaced. I think mine was about 1 inch apart or so. Did I mention I got that twine at Walmart, that white twine? Now here we're going to be using this darker regular jute twine that I got at Dollar Tree, and those wood heart stickers also from Dollar Tree. I'm going to tie 3 bows. Each piece of twine is about 22 inches long. This is called Crocodile by We Are Memory Keepers. This is a tool I love to use. It sets eyelets, but it's also a great hole punch. Has a large opening here for the hole punch and a small opening, and it punches through wood, and this wood is about 1/8 inch thick. It punches through leather, it punches through metal, it punches through anything. I love it. I will put a link down below for you on Amazon. I'm not affiliated in any way. I just think this is a great tool, if nothing else, and you just use the hole punch part. The little top edge I showed right at the very beginning, that's how you set eyelets and stuff, and the directions of course will be in the pack. It runs about $20. But I put holes through there because I'm going to use these metal jump rings. You can find them in the jewelry making section at Walmart, because I want my hearts to kind of move on my project. And what I'm going to do is, using a couple pair of little pliers, I'm going to open that jump ring and feed it through the holes of the hearts. I'm just sort of almost closing them so they don't fall back off. And then I'm going to feed that jump ring through the center bows of my twine. The little center knot of each of my twine bows. Show you right here. Open it back up and I'll feed it right through that center knot. And then I'm going to close it right up till the ends meet again if you've never used jump rings. And you can certainly use more than 3 bows. I'm just going to kind of do, since there's 5 hearts, I'm going to do 3 bows, just every other one. And I'm going to kind of turn this jump ring so that the 2 ends that meet is kind of hidden inside the knot of that bow. Feed it through, close the 2 ends together till they meet, and then twist it till those ends are right in the middle of that bow. Or if you don't want, you can certainly, like this, just kind of, that was a little sample there or example, you can just glue your heart right onto the center of the twine if you don't want to mess with jump rings. So I'm going to add a bow and hanging heart to the first banner, and then I'm going to skip one, and I'm going to add again the bow and the heart to the center banner, skip one, and then add the bow and heart to the last of the banner. And again, if you don't want to do that, just put your bow on and then glue your heart right to the center of the bow, and you're all done. And then you can add it to every banner if you want. I just wanted to leave a little rest for the eye. So now we're going to use some fabric pieces. It's about 8 inches long, 2 inches wide. You're going to need 6. And I had a hard time deciding with plaid, stripe, or if I wanted a brighter red plaid, but I decided in the end to go with kind of this burgundy kind of cream color plaid. It went better with what I was using, and I want to fray the edges of each of my pieces. So what you're going to do is just go around each piece, and you're going to after you cut it, there easily you can grab kind of threads on the end and pull, and it'll just like this, and it frays the edges. It's real easy, and all these fabrics can be found at Walmart. Cutting a little bit of those excess threads off, and I'm just going to add, like I said, it's 6 pieces, and I'm going to start with tying one, just a little knot here right at the edge where the loop is, and then I'm going to start centering, adding a piece in between each banner, and then we'll end up again with a piece at the opposite end where the loop is. So I hope you enjoyed this project. It was fairly simple, really cute, farmhouse inspired. I'll have all my social media links down below. Come follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. And if this project inspires you to make your own banner, please tag me on Instagram at fatechick777. I would love to see your project. And tell me what you like best about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.